start urinating frequently, you experience pain after urinating, or you see droplets after urinating,
please visit a health expert. Locate Omolabi Naturalist Care at number 2A School Road, Umuahia.
Remember, my number is 080 33 74 8487. 080 33 74 7484.
If your actions don't match your words and promises, people will begin to lose trust in you. Join an hour with Comrade Chimobi Obundiogo every last Friday of the month on Rapid 96.5 FM by 10 a.m. as he discusses issues that concern Abia State and Nigeria for development. Also, it features human empowerment segments and giveaways. An hour with Comrade Chimobi Obundiogo. Well done is better than well said.
It's time to crank it up. We are turning it up on Rapid FM 96.5, the sound of your city. Come on, y'all, let's do it. It's time to crank it up. We are turning it up on Rapid FM 96.5, the sound of your city. Come on, y'all, let's do it. It's time to crank it up. We are turning it up on Rapid FM 96.5.
Let's talk politics, dynamics, and permutations.
It's a concern that we have for our country, Nigeria. So this is beyond partisan politics. Nigeria is on drink. Nigeria is on oxygen. And how can we get out of this?
And these are kind of people who say they are leaders of this country. What example are they showing as leaders of the country?
Let's keep you abreast with happenings in the polity.
I am an employee of the president. I pay the president's salary. I pay the bills of the family. And he must protect me.
All the resources available in this country has to come together at this time to see how best we can go forward. The interest of Nigeria is part of it.
Standpoint.
Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics.
Standpoint, Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. on Rapid 96.5 FM.
More Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian.
That's right.
On Rapid 96.5 FM.
More Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian.
That's right.
Yesterday was International Workers' Day, being the first day in the month of May 2024. And today everybody returns to work. Yes, wherever you are, I believe everybody has gone back, has reported to his duty or her duty post this morning. Well, it was a remarkable day yesterday across the Federation, as many states marked it in a grand style. They celebrated its workers, trying to display in terms of words by expression how important workers are in any organization. As a matter of fact, well, we'll keep pressing and then keep promoting any agenda, any activity, any program that would at the end of the day contribute or aid operating in any working environment seamlessly from the angle of the Nigerian workers. My name is Moses Ben, saying a very good morning to you and welcome to Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics. We are live on YouTube page as well as our Facebook page. That's at Rapid 96.5 FM. Follow the conversation this morning, and also you can be part of the program through our phone lines 09160 000 or 09160 333 965. You can as well make use of the number 09160 333 965 as a WhatsApp number for your participation. I have my colleagues this morning in the studio. Incorruptible Sam, just a few days, it's as if it's been months. Good morning and welcome to Standpoint.
Yeah, good morning to you, Moses Ben. It's a beautiful one. The month is actually new, and that happens to be my month. Officially, we are into May.
In 2 weeks' time, right?
May it be well with us.
Amen.
May it be well with Nigeria.
Amen.
May our leaders start, talking, even believing that they know the people they are talking to are not, are not unwise people. I just heard one of them this morning and it's annoying. I can't wait for that opportunity to highlight or analyze that headline later today. Ip Man, one of them, one of the big heads in Ip Man, saying that Iran-Israel war
is the reason for shortage of
scarcity
in Nigeria.
Is annoying and shameful. That means they clamor for us to start refining here in Nigeria is now very obvious, because if that's a reason, I don't want to take it. We have crude oil, we're spots. We go there, refine, bring. But now the Iran and Israel, we know war doesn't actually favor anybody unless those ones that sell arms. That's the only people that cash out during anything war. Doesn't even Israel now. Yes, they might have everything to destroy a country in 1 hour, but they are still, there is a way, one thing or the other, that they will feel as pain. Now, why are you coming out to tell us that? That's the problem. We just celebrated Workers' Day yesterday. How many workers in Nigeria are happy? How many of them are happy? How many of us are happy? Yes, let us include ourselves as much as yes, we are.
For the fact that we are here, we are not exempting ourselves from the category of workers.
How many of us are happy? Then you want to go to the government workers, both federal and states. How many of them will come out to say that they are happy, that they have achieved? So many of the workers, even if let's believe that they are riding cars today, you'll be surprised it's not even from the salary. Maybe something else that they are working on. You will see a sector coming out to say that they have been knowing them for months, 20-something months. That's 2 years plus. You go to work every day. You say Happy Workers' Day. Are they happy? Are we happy? Private sectors, we don't even want to talk about that, because who will come in there? The NLC that we have here, they are not even done fighting for the people, fighting for the government workers. How much more coming to the private sector? Where they will say it's not even their business. Whereas I believe they are, whatever that they have as a constitution, somehow should also be talking about the private sectors where you have workers, so many are struggling. The salary doesn't come on time. You don't talk to anybody. The CEO will even threaten you. If you don't want to work, go. Unlike the government, that you won't be sacked that way. They can't just wake up and sack you.
The government, you have to follow processes. Procedures involved.
But private sector, you can be fired at any time, and nobody is talking about that. But to have a body that should be in. How many workers are happy in Nigeria? That's it.
All right, that will form our conversation this morning on Standpoint. Yesterday was actually International Workers' Day. Then the big question is, how many Nigerian workers are happy? with the incentives measures put in place by both the national and sub-national government to ensure that the welfare packages of workers in Nigeria are being taken care of. But we'll narrow the discussion down to Abia State, where we are at the moment, looking at what's been happening, the wage award has been there, even the minimum wage that was approved. Actually, there are states that I'm aware that are yet to implement the payment of about 30,000 naira minimum wage. This will form our conversation this morning. Ike Ogbonaya, good morning and welcome to Start Point.
Good morning, my brother Moses Ben, and good morning, our wonderful listeners out there. We are grateful for the gift of life, as I will always say. Talking about workers, I must say that Nigerian workers generally seems to be the most victimized. It appears they are always weeping because they are always being flogged, by as a result of government policies that have not been favorable to them. Because it beats my imagination where a political office holder will come and then allocate so much money to himself. So much money to himself in terms of allowances, in terms of salaries, And at the end of the day, you discover that what a worker takes home is not up to the salary, a monthly salary of a political office holder. We may not know these things, but that is there. My brother Sam was talking about sacking. Even in the state civil service now, they're sacking anyhow. I doubt if there is. It's no longer. Look, there's no more job security even in this.
Yes, because
the governor will come and sweep you, come up with one funny policy and
without following the procedures.
Yes, tell you 8 years policy as director go. Even when you have 6-7 years more to stay, because when you get employment, you calculate, you program yourself. Okay, I am this so age. At so time I should be leaving. Let me plan myself. But all of a sudden, somebody will come with one policy, one circular, borrowing from the federal. Sometimes we don't even know why federal policies come. Because I know that even this federal policy of 8-year rule as a PAMSEC or as a director, sometimes it is used to weed a particular ethnic group that has dominated the civil service at the federal level. For instance, Tinubu came now. They try to adopt that policy. Why? Because they want to reduce the size, the overbearing influence of a particular ethnic group on the federal civil service. But you find our own governors down here implementing it to weed people, not knowing the implications. And then you are falling back to a very terrible job market where there is no security. So, I like to say that even in the state civil service, there's no longer job security.
Which is not supposed to be so.
It's not supposed to be so.
It's not supposed to be so.
It's not supposed to be so. It's supposed to be done with some level of measures. But those measures are no longer being followed. So, generally, the workforce, they are now being terribly dealt with. Every day you hear policies of minimum wage, minimum that, everything, just back and forth. These things are all politics. They're just toying with the welfare of Abia workers. We are no longer, I don't even know when we'll get to the so-called era of living wage. You understand? We are still struggling with minimum wage. We're not talking about living wage. And then even the minimum wage is not there. It's all wrapped up in politics. In Edo, Obaseki decided to say, I'm going to pay 70,000. Why? Because election is at the corner.
Oh, you think so?
Yes.
You and
I was actually thinking you were just passionate about the workers' welfare.
You should know better than myself.
The workers' welfare was just passionate
than myself. What prompted that funny policy?
Passionate human being.
70,000 because election is at the corner, and he knows that he may have stepped on a couple of toes.
And he had served first tenure.
Of course.
And this is second tenure.
This is second tenure. So, okay, let's see how I can woo the workforce so that by the time I pay them 70,000, they will come out in drove to vote for the party to win. So usually when it's time for election, they will come with one juicy policy, introduce it, get your support, and then when it is secured, they will dump you. They will just discard you. So I see this whole thing as use and dump, and then constantly toying with the welfare of the civil service or the general workforce. Even here in Abia is not excluded. Here right now, every now and then you hear one complaint or the other. Look at the what do you call it now, the pension that has been paid, there are still a set that they've not gotten a dime. I don't know if that set has been completely forgotten or maybe they have decided not to pay them. The category you call next of kin, because for instance, if you have a mother or a father who, while working, passed on, you are entitled to 5 years pension. You understand? And then you go to his record. If you discover that, okay, I am the next of kin, you will now be collecting that pension for 5 years. And after that, it stops.
It stops, yeah.
That sector, none of them have gotten a dime.
Does it mean that the governor or the government has not given attention?
I don't know, because they have refused to verify that sector. They have refused to even attend to them. So I don't know if they want to completely forget all about them. Because every day the complaints keep coming and there seems to be no headway. You understand? So these things are there. One problem or the other one. I want to see things that are clinically finished. When you're doing something, be completely honest about it. Everybody will sing your praise. Everybody will appreciate you. People are looking for who will come to their aid and do things the way they're supposed to be done. Of course, the opposition will tell you he said he was going to pay 9 years, but he paid 9 months. You understand? But what is important is that something was paid, and then there
are persons who are celebrating what was paid.
Yes, those who didn't receive, pay them. If you say you're going to pay the next of kin category. They are there. They have not gotten the dime, and there are so many of them. So they should also be paid because it's there in the constitution, the laws or the regulations or the circulars governing civil service.
All right, Ike, we'll take care of these parts on this conversation this morning. We want to look at the fallouts of the 2024 International Workers' Day celebration in Nigeria, issues and matters. The federal government says that the new minimum wage will take off on May the 1st, 2024. Of course, according to the Minister of State for Labor, Nkiruka Onyejocha, disclosing that as a matter of fact that they regretted that the minimum wage was yet to take off, stated that workers will enjoy arrears from the first day of May whenever it is signed into law. That's a problem. Nobody knows how much would be
said. Is it going to be signed? It's all boiled down to the policy we're talking about.
Would it just be a hopeless hope? Well, not that first anyway. So she noted that although the Tripartite Committee on National Minimum Wage is yet to conclude its negotiations, workers would not lose anything as the new minimum wage will take effect from May the 1st, 2024. She, however, stated that wide consultations were ongoing to ensure that the document is out together as soon as possible. Sam, this is where we are at the moment with regards to the new minimum wage. From different quarters of the labor union, the TUC, the Nigerian Labour Congress, and all of that, proposing about 615,000 naira. People are saying that why not make it 700,000 naira, mocking, and then saying that, okay, would that be really enough? But the position at the moment is that the federal government has not said anything yet. Let us not take away the fact that few states have started cushioning the effects of this subsidy removal by making additional payments, putting something together. Like last year, we saw your state,
the wage
award, and all of that. And also, our interest will not be obliterated from the fact that there are states that are yet to even implement the wage award. That's one. The so-called minimum wage of about 30,000 naira. Yeah. I still believe that there are states that are yet to even implement that particular one. But the issue, let's come down from the presidency. Nobody knows how much that would be added to the current minimum wage for it to become the substantive minimum wage in Nigeria. Your take on this issue, is it the right decision? You've not made pronunciation. You are putting up the reason to be the tripartite committee that was set up to look into all these issues. Yes, negotiations have been on. How long? When will they come to conclusion so that Nigerian workers will have a fresh breath?
It's a big question, and it's so unfortunate that the federal government also created the committee. Abi? So committees in Nigeria, just like when I want something to be done and I create a committee, the committee also might not even come up to say anything until
they are prompted.
Until I tell them to say. Then whatever they will say is also something I must have, signed or supported. That is it. So the federal government, when I hear committee, whether tripartite, any name at all, as far as it ends with committee in Nigeria, is for me.
You always feel that.
No. It's something that will not go anywhere. It won't make any difference. And that's exactly what this one. I'm not surprised because TUC, that should be 20-something of April. They were like, they are not even sure. TUC said that boldly, that they are not sure that this minimum wage stuff will kick off May 1. They said it. So now it has happened. That means maybe they saw something. And the TUC also, do we even trust them? NLC, these are the ones that when they come out alongside NLC will be fighting. TUC will start going back. Okay, we are tired. We don't want to fight again. NLC will start, maybe at the end of the day, we become confused. Nigeria, it's just that we have politicians that end up using these groups for their own interest, making it look as if we have more politicians in these groups. Now, from the committee, who formed them? I've talked about that before. Who are these ones that made up a committee? These are the ones that we well selected. The ones if I want to create a committee and I know Ben, you have been loyal and you're going to continue to be loyal. You're going to be part of that committee now. You not go there and not
my operations and my work within that period of time will be subjected to your opinion.
After the committee, let's assume there is a meeting now that they want to do secretly. Someone that is also loyal to some people, we still take the thing back. See, this is what we have discussed too. So our problem is just there. You'll be surprised that at the end of the day, we might not even hear anything about this is what officially the minimum wage in Nigeria. This first tenure of this administration, this committee will continue to be there, dialoguing, talking about something we don't know.
Are you anticipating absence of transparency in this exercise?
There's no transparency now. All this thing, in one word, there's no transparency. And that is just what it is. It's so sad. Yes, talking about the minimum wage here in Abia, from the previous administration, we didn't know. We have somebody, I think we are asking someone a question this morning, who also is, a staff, as he has to be with, this government staff. He said no. They are not being paid the former minimum wage.
We'll narrow down the conversation to Abia this current wage award.
Here, there's no wage award. There is no minimum wage. Anything you see, you take. And they have these governors. They have even made it look as if that you need money now. For example, just imagine when they pay you 3 months. You not even bother asking for.
You will start celebrating.
You will start spending the money. Ben, you need money. So that is it now. From the federal level to the state level, they have made it get to the point that, you just need money. Any money that enters into your account, you spend it. You don't even need to ask whether it is complete or not.
All right.
That's so sad.
Where the federal government is at the moment, that the moment they come up with a certain amount of money, the implementation would start from the first day of May 2024. Is this not also putting a check on state governors who would have done something? Let's try to do something about the minimum wage in terms of responding swiftly. For example, the federal government is yet to say something, the exact amount that will be paid. Is this not also either directly or indirectly affecting subnational governments in doing something about workers' minimum wage at their state level?
Well, like we rightly said, it's all part of the politics of delay, politics of trying to buy time to see how much you can confuse the politics, confuse the workers. But then it's also a way of delaying some states that are trying to wait, just like Abia. We're saying let's narrow it down. The Commissioner for Information in Abia State recently said they are waiting for the federal government to conclude negotiations with the Nigerian Labour Congress before they can have a way forward, and then they will come back and decide to pay what they can afford. That's what the state government is saying. So apparently it's going to be a waiting game, but some states that feel they have the resources, they don't want to do that. Lagos State, for instance, is already doing something in that regard based on the fact that they have available resources to dispose of or to pay. You understand? So, but for Abia said they are going to wait for the federal government to conclude their negotiations with the Nigerian Labour Congress. Well, until God knows when that negotiation is going to be concluded. But now that they said it's with effect from 1st of May, it means that even if the negotiation is concluded
in November, December,
so they may.
There will be reflection. They will come down to the month of May and start making the payments.
Exactly. But then I don't see other states doing that. I don't see other states wanting to pay in arrears because of it's going to be huge. You understand? And so let's wait and see what happens, and then if Abia is going to take a cue from there. But I know that Abia State workers have waited for too long. They have been expectant. They have been expecting the governor to quickly maybe jump and start, releasing money in terms of exciting them with so much. There's so much. I want to believe that the expectations on him in terms of workers' welfare is so much. And well, I also believe that he wants to live up to expectation. But then this thing is usually a case of some are favored and some are not favored.
Is that really so? Well, we'll find out. Let's now clearly narrow down the conversation. Sam, the governor was at the Umuahia Township Stadium yesterday to mark the International Workers' Day. And then his speech was tagged Workers as Agents of Development and Transformation. He said that Abia State would take the lead in the implementation of the new minimum wage as soon as a new national minimum wage structure is agreed. Let's now discuss the governor. What do you make of the governor's attitude towards workers' welfare in Abia State? Talking about the administration of Dr. Alex Otti.
Well, it's something we want to say, like, Ike said here. We want to believe he has a lot, even during his campaigns, 2015, 2019, and this last one. He's actually been talking about workers. But so many people now.
Let's not forget that the moment he came in, he started sanitizing the civil service.
Exactly, started from there. But also people majority are feeling so pain that they obviously were not supposed to be living, but they were asked to leave. So some are feeling pain, some are complaining. I think my former station, two of my colleagues, they complained that it affected their parents. That their parents weren't actually supposed to leave, but they were asked to leave. But that's a big one. Then generally, the workers in the state, well, if you want to go back to the pension that was actually paid, is still controversial. Some are saying that they have gotten something, some are saying they have not gotten. The ones that are not even talking about pensions, some are saying the salary doesn't come up as he should, in as much as he promised that they will be getting their salaries.
Is the government of Abia State even implementing the 30,000 minimum wage? That's one of the biggest questions we should be asking ourselves this morning.
From what I've actually found, the answer is no.
So does it show passionate, the governor being that compassionate about workers' welfare?
I don't know if the speech, unfortunately, some of these politicians, they come out, they make speech, they don't even no chance for the people around to ask questions. I would have also loved to, for him to allow people to ask him questions. Then, going forward, let's just start saying it. If you have these workers in your mind, I'm not a government worker, but I have people, friends around. I want to hear them talk, especially those that we say things the way they are. Whether it doesn't matter any party, we know. Some people, no matter what, they will still see the current administration as the administration that is not doing well because it is not their party. We know. But I want to believe that majority of these workers, if they receive what is due to them, they will talk about it. But the minimum wage, I don't think I've heard much about that. And, in that speech, he said they are waiting for the federal government, which we have actually asked now. When is it going to happen? That means if the federal government should conclude today, we want to hear Abia workers receive their minimum wage and receive it on time. If you pay 25th of every month as a government establishment, it's not bad. We know private sector sometimes they receive on time. Sometimes
the government has been paying 28th also of every month.
I think the workers will be happy. The money is not much. Let them receive it on time.
Even at that, it's worrisome at this point, Sam. Ike, How would Abia workers take this statement of the governor at this point in time that the state would lead in the implementation of the new minimum wage as soon as a new national minimum wage structure is agreed? Workers in Abia State, sorry, we are discussing this issue because we are still commemorating the International Workers' Day. Of course, yes. Let us not just go far as back as the implementation of 30,000 minimum wage. The wage award that President Muhammad Buhari, I beg your pardon, President Tinubu, Ahmed Tinubu said, okay, states should implement this to cushion the effects of subsidy removal. And let us not forget that as a result of subsidy removal, there is reflection on what goes down to state governments every month. There are states that were receiving less, but now they receive a huge amount of money. Maybe he understood that it would a kind of result in that manner, and then he instructed. Between last year, that wage award was supposed to last for about 6 months, if I am not getting the fact wrong at this point. But the Abia State government has not implemented the wage award of about 35,000 naira. How would Abia workers take this statement at this point in time seriously from the governor?
Well, it all boils down to the back and forth we were talking about. Let me strengthen what you said earlier. People may not know that there's a fallout, that the removal of the oil subsidy gave rise to increase in allocation of federation allocation to states. For instance, if before now Abia State federation allocation was hovering between 3 billion. I'm just making an instance here. Now, with the removal of the oil subsidy, the surplus, the excess, the gains of that removal has increased the state FAC to about maybe 6-7 billion. You understand? So apparently that must have prompted Tinubu to compel states to pay, or to insist, or to direct that states should pay 35,000 naira wage award. But it's been off and on. Everything is still, like I'll always say, everything is just shrouded in politics. But I want to believe that we should take the governor by his word. Maybe he feels that that's a temporary arrangement. He's probably interested in federal government concluding an arrangement with the labor so that he can do something more permanent. Do you understand? So I want to see it from that perspective. I don't want to make a general. I don't want to believe that if federal government, just like I have promised, if federal government concludes negotiation with the labor and say, okay, maybe at the federal level, minimum wage could now be less than 100,000. You understand? I'm also making an instance. Then he could say, okay, fine. Well, as a state, we are not federal. We can pay 40 or 50. Do you understand? And then he will probably be able to do that given the fact or his background as an economist who knows how to sit back and properly plan things so that there won't be difficulties in managing what has been planned. So I want to believe that his background will help him to keep to his word when it is done. And then also, let us also look at the fact that, because he's probably saddled with the responsibility of trying to do roads.
When you say to construct roads, but these projects have been budgeted for.
Even if they have been budgeted for, there's still a source where you're drawing the money from. You understand? And then the chances are that there could be depletions. And then, these are projections. And when you make your projections, it may not always flow as you have made it. So you try to see how you can, consult here, consult there. Do you understand? So that things can get going. But then we will not eat roads now. Abi? We're not going to eat roads.
I've not seen that happen.
It's only someone that a hungry man will not be able to apply the road. So you need money. You need resources. So all we are praying and asking for is that Abia State workers should be taken care of. They should form the part of the government policy in terms of welfare. It's not just about road infrastructure. Stomach infrastructure is very important. If your stomach is not well constructed,
you'll not be able to
move. You understand? So you need to keep constructing it. And what do you do? What do you use to do that? You use resources. So you understand? So we expect a governor who should be workers friendly. Because we also know the enormity of support that these Abia State workers give to this administration. Because at its inception, I'm sure they needed a change. So now they have a change. So this change should be able to better the loss of the workforce.
All right, Sam, should we give the governor some time to look into this issue? But the critical angle of this is that there are states that have implemented the 35,000 naira minimum wage. Should Abia workers give the governor some time? And how long? For about 6 to 7 months now, since it was instructed that a wage award should be paid. Nothing has been done yet in Abia State. That will be after this break. We'll find out from you. And to you listening to us this morning, what do you think? How are Abia workers faring down here in Abia State with regards to their welfare? We are looking at this side by side, the commemoration of the International Workers' Day as was celebrated in Nigeria. This is Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics. Let's go on a short break. When we return, we include you clearly on the conversation this morning. Stay with us.
Arrive alive. Respect traffic rules. Do not drink and drive. Do not drive and drink. Every life on the road is precious. Drive safely. Be attentive and ensure your journey doesn't become a tragedy.
Stop on our roads. One Nemonyabia. Matananduge Dindiabiampa. Drive safely.
This message is powered by Abia State Orientation Agency.
Ozia, Sinaka Abia State Orientation Agency.
This is to inform our numerous customers and the general public that Bilox Paint have relocated from her former operational office beside Obara Square roundabout Umuahia to a new office space located at 8 Mission Hill behind God is Good Motors Umuahia. The relocation is geared toward rendering more efficient and effective service to our numerous customers and the general public at large. Thanks immensely, our esteemed customers, for your cherished patronage over the years, even as we are more determined to serve you better. Signed, Management.
Beauty is power. A smile is its sword. Beauty lies in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is all around us. So, if you want to look good always, visit Masters and Wands Cosmetics stores. It's new, it's exclusive, and a happening store in beauty products. We deal on perfumes and cosmetics such as body lotions, facial creams and scrubs, body sprays, powders, bath wash, and all kinds of quality cosmetics with affordable prices. Contact us at number 41 Fimbers Road, Umuahia, or number 28 School Road, Umuahia, all in Abia State. Call us on 0806 951 2773 or email us at wandsglean@gmail.com. Masters and Wands Cosmetics stores. Quality is our name. Signed, Management.
Expectation and jubilation.
It is audition on Rapid Star Rise 2024. We are grateful to the following:
Honorable Anderson Akaliro, member representing Umuahia North State Constituency.
Gawai's Logistics Company Limited, number 2 Ojike Street off Bende Road, Umuahia, Abia State.
Ellis Wares, number 28 Azikiwe Road by School Road, Umuahia, Abia State. Elix, Friends of Your Wardrobe.
Onyem's Pharmacy, 21 Azikiwe Road by School Road, Umuahia. We care, God heals.
Luwani Mondog, number 27 Azikiwe Road, Umuahia, Abia State.
Rapid Star Rise. More supporters wanted.
Come on, y'all, let's do it. It's time to crank it up. We are turning it up on Rapid FM 96.5. The sound of your city.
Let's talk politics, dynamics, and permutations.
It's a concern that we have for our country, Nigeria. So this is beyond partisan politics. Nigeria is on drip. Nigeria is on oxygen. And how can we get out of this?
And these are kind of people who say they are leaders of this country. What example I may show you I'm leaders of the country?
Let's keep you abreast with happenings in the polity.
I am an employee of the president. I pay the president's salary. I pay the bills of the family. And he must protect me.
All the resources available in this country has to come together again it's time to see how best we can move forward. The interest of Nigeria is part of it.
Standpoint.
Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics.
Standpoint, Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. on Rapid 96.5 FM.
More Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian. That's right.
You're welcome to Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics on Rapid 96.5 FM, the sound of your city. If you have been joining us right from the inception of today's edition, welcome back. We're live on YouTube page and Facebook. That is at Rapid 96.5 FM. Let's have your conversation. This morning, we're looking at the fallout of the 2024 International Workers' Day celebration in Nigeria. We've narrowed the discussion down here to Abia State. How are the Abia workers faring under the leadership of Dr. Alex Otti? The policies have been in place. Are these policies implemented in Abia State? What would you say? Can you compare workers in Abia State with other states? I saw something flying last night between Akwa Ibom State and Abia State. The up one, people in that picture were laughing, down where you see stringent faces and all of that. But what do you make of these developments? 09160 0000965. 09160 333 965. It's all about Abia workers this morning. You're welcome to Standpoint. Your name and location. Hello, good morning. A very good morning to you. Thank you for joining Standpoint.
Yeah. Good morning, Moses.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
Happy workers.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. I know this government has been trying. We should just give him for some time. At least he's paying civil servants. Even some pensioners have received their full payment on the 28th. So let's give.
Oh, we lost that call. Apologies. Good morning and welcome to Standpoint. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, redial the number. You're welcome to Standpoint.
Incorruptible Sam.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you all.
Good morning and welcome.
Moses.
My brother.
Incorruptible Akada on the line.
Oh, Akada, you're welcome.
Thank you. You raised a very pertinent point this morning. Do you know that while we will be busy talking about the public servants, private sector is languishing in what word will I use now? In fact, languishing. Let me end with languishing. Do you know that in this harsh economy, someone is still working around the clock for 30 days in a month to be paid 15,000? To be paid 15,000 in a place where you are okay. Let me use school for an instance. I know of some schools that their population is up to 200, 300 students, and their school fees is nothing less than 25,000 naira per student. I know of a particular school that a class is up to 30-something, 40-something, 50-something, and each student they are paid 27,000, 25,000. That means a class is to raise 600,000 for the school, or sometimes 1.something million for the school.
They are paying 15,000
and you pay the teacher there 20,000 at the end of the month. I want this reform that we are calling on now to begin from the private sector. When the private sector is fixed, you will see that the government sector will be less lucrative. That is why you have a proliferation of quacks in the streets. Go to the whole street of Omayana, pharmacy, everywhere. Because people don't want to stay under orders again. At the end of the month, somebody will give you 10,000, 13,000, 11,000. If they manage to pay you 20,000 to 12,000, they want you to do work of 200,000. There is no worker in Nigeria that is happy. That is why when Biafra comes, we will give workers the benefit of being a worker.
All right,
and Biafra will soon come.
Akada, thank you for your contribution. We appreciate your contribution. Good morning and welcome to Standpoint. Hello, good morning. All right, we are having difficulty with that line. Good morning and thank you for joining us. Good morning, sir.
Hello.
Good morning, welcome.
Hello.
You're welcome, sir. Good morning.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Hello?
We can hear you. Good morning.
Moses, are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Okay, I remember like this morning, corruptible son. I don't idea.
Don't guess.
Don't get guy for it. Don't precisely. Yes, I think that just of Akwa Ibom increasing to their own to 40,000. I think that shouldn't be from the angle we should start. But what I want to say here, we have 34 thereabout of unions, attached to labor. I don't know whenever they are going to negotiate or to discuss this matter of, their welfare. I don't know whether they're including them, just like Prof. Akara just said. It's just only for their own. They were talking about this particular time now, they just include only pension. The very mention of that with that 18 demand they presented before the presidential. So they just add a pensioner. But other ones, I don't know how, are they excluding them? But they are still saying that they are part of them. There are 34 of them unions in that level. So please, this is the high time for them to include them, because bring them to the, to the notice of the president or the Mr. President to get along with them. Again, it's easy. Like I said here, my brother, issue of waiting for the federal to commence or to, announce to their particular minimum wage to be paid. I think state here shouldn't be waiting for that, because those states, the 70,000, maybe people may be saying that it's because of the election on the corner. That's why they are agreed their own to 70,000. But I have here to start something. At least even at 35, even at 40. But labor themselves, this is
all right, Don Casey guy, you've used your time already.
250,000 naira. Is it going to work? Let them bring some to tell the federal government what they can do.
All right, your time has been used already.
Labor is, if I go to them and see issues, they don't even have the
Thank you. Thank you, Don
Casey. Let's just wait and see what will happen. Thank you. Have a nice day.
We should wait and see what will happen in Abia State. All right, good morning and welcome to Standpoint.
Good morning, Mr. Moon.
You're welcome, sir.
Good morning, incorruptible and dynamic star.
Eze Nikalo, good morning.
Mr. Eze Nikalo, the voice from Abia Hospital local government area.
You're welcome.
Global hospitality.
Are you sure that it's a home of hospitality? I will get to visit to know how far that would go anyway. Continue. You're welcome.
Okay, sir. God bless you. Thank you. Concerning our state here in Abia.
All right.
So far, so good. From my own personal assessment, our governor is trying. Right from the inception of this government, he has prioritized workers' welfare and infrastructure. And all these steps he has been taken to make sure he puts smile in the faces of our workers. It's a welcome development, mostly in the area of prompt payment of their salary, as he promised, 28, 29. Unlike past administration that made that same promise that couldn't keep to that promise. And even of recent last 2 weeks, what I experienced, junior workers in the same service, I saw many of them, including my neighbor, going home with 25 kg bags of rice. Unlike before, when such a palliative comes, you see they share it across a party line. You will not get to the common man.
The issue of palliative is not just in one state, sir. If you can remember clearly, other states have been doing it.
Or making sure that he gets to the workers.
Okay.
He gets to the workers, because the most important thing, when our people are somebody for him to make sure that he gets to the civil servant, it's a welcome development. I commend him for that. Though he has promised to make sure that of senior staff will soon get to
All right, thank you for your time.
So, concerning the
make your point,
yes. And even the pensioners, for attending to the needs of the pensioners, it's a good one. And I know he's still going to do more to make sure their needs and their listening is being attended to. Thank you. Have a nice day.
All right, thank you so much. 09160 0000965 or 09160 333 965. Let us have your own contribution. Can you say that Abia workers are at this point or that point? A very good morning to you and welcome to Standpoint.
Good morning, Moses Ben.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Correctable Sam and Ikechukwu.
Good morning, my brother. Good morning.
Usema know this is the name I'm calling from Umai.
All right.
Well, let me not talk about the national NLC. I'm talking about Abia State NLC and the workers, because I'm from Abia. By the grace of God, I was born and brought up here. I'm from Abia State here, from Abam, to be precise. Fortunately, what I expected this government to do wasn't what they are doing. When it comes to workers' right, don't forget that the governor was governor by the grace of God and with the efforts of the workers. The workers decided that the past administrations where they were treating them weren't okay with them. They decided to keep 60-70% of workers were the people that made it possible to Alesotti will be emerge as the governor of the state. But look at how they are being treated. And people are trying to justify what is injustifiable. It's very, very unfortunate. We are talking about minimum wage wage award that was being implemented by even neighboring states here. Up to today, since 29th May to date, no kobo has added to workers' salary in the state here. No kobo, no 1 naira, not even 5 naira. We talked about 2 billion that was given for palliative. Up to today, we've not seen it. That one would have they said that they're going to use it for buying vehicles, so that both of us that are not politicians and are not maybe that doesn't work for government can still benefit from that. Up to today, we've not seen anything about it. Then we talk about the wage award, and the governor was bold enough to tell workers that I'm not saying that the governor has not tried though. In area of road infrastructure, he's trying his best to make sure he better Abia. But when it comes to stomach infrastructure, it's very, very appalling that look at the situation of the citizen that brought him into power. A worker that you're paying 30,000 naira, 25,000 or 40,000 naira, what will you profit him when he use it in transport? He can't feed his family. Up to today, the governor has not even, he is telling them to wait until the outcome of the minimum wage. If peradventure the negotiation lasted for 2 years, then they should be waiting. All of them should die in hunger.
All right, to say man.
It's very, very unfortunate. If you talk about the salary payment, please, let me finish this. Salary payment, the same thing that happened in past administration. Parastatals, APSU, Abia Poly, HMB, Asupadek, many of the parastatals have not even received the one he paid in NDS.
Could that be true?
And you will be telling us that no Abia worker has been owed. Up till now, many of them have not received a salary. Ask anybody that works of these people, these parastatals I mentioned. Okay. Many of them have not, even Abia, what's it called? Abia Land Network. Many of them have not received a salary. I don't know when they are going to receive, and many of them are still being owed.
All right, and
when your allocation has increased drastically,
you've used your time,
you can't be able to touch this slide positively. All right. It's very, very unfortunate. Thank you.
All right, thank you. That's a weighty one this morning, gentlemen. Talking about Abia Poly, they are still being owed salary. We'll get to find out. Good morning and welcome to Standpoint.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
My name is Abba Odikiz for State.
You're welcome.
I want to say issue of a new minimum wage for the workers in Nigeria. It's a very, very good if our leaders can do that. Because our workers and teachers, they are suffer. On a wutem, manganu no nye retire teacher. No write size book, high glass, pencil, big, everywhere we feel in house. Yeah, we got signed bed. No good thing. Got signed in our government for 35 years. It's a very big, greatest shame to Nigeria because our money, our oil, they carry them fully all the whole country. Carry them going country. Why the people working them here, they are crying and suffer. I'll be here. I'm here. Even if I'm them. I pay them 100,000, 500,000. Settlement. They don't have 70,000, 100,000. It's very poor. Carry going mad in a fool. Guru for 8 years. It's in Nigeria. Give Buri 200 years, 300 years. Get a real why somebody is Guru for 35 years. Anyway, good house. Or when you home with an Abenaya. How will you hear it? Can't plan here now. All to go too much.
All right. All right, thank you for your this level of passion for Nigerian workers. We appreciate it. Good morning and welcome to Standpoint. Hello, good morning.
Wow, thank God I got through.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, bro, Madu on the line, sir.
All right, Madu, you're welcome, sir.
Yeah, very brief. I just want to say what I've always said. This man, the government, this present government, they are doing very well. What the previous government could not do, this man took the bull by the horn, is doing them. I've said it before. the patient, those, especially this is an issue of these pensioners and pensions, those who are yet to receive, please. Sometime ago, and I can't remember, it was when he tried to elaborate this issue. He tried to explain why some people have not been paid, why some people were paid. Some are not even, maybe their pension has expired, or some are dead, and so on and so forth. So the people should just take a little time, be disciplined, use dialogue, approach the matter. I believe that the government will sort this things out. Leaders were not paid before. Civil servants, this is why they had their problem, because they were not paid. All the money the government was owing them in the past created a serious problem. Or they are bringing every load upon this government. It will settle them. Right. A little time. That's what I'm trying to say, a little time.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bro Madu. We appreciate you. Welcome to Standpoint. Hello, good morning. All right, let's speak with this caller. Good morning and welcome to Standpoint.
Good morning.
You're welcome, sir. Your name and location, please.
Ikechukwu. Calling from Umaya. Ikechukwu Okorochukwu.
Ikechukwu Okorochukwu. No.
Then, the truth of the matter is that toward federation, there is no holistic approach. I think federal government is working on standard. You understand? State, even Abia State here, the governor and his team do not want to approach the issue of the current fiscal on a bureaucratic standard. You understand? Even at the federal level, because they are not reviewing the GDP, they're not reviewing what they come in. The Revenue and Fiscal Mobilization Commission are the ones supposed to advising that every 6 years or 5 years, before 10 years, they will renew the rules of engagement. If you are making 5 billion when you engage a worker, and now you are making 100 billion, and you still want to pay him 30,000 minimum wage when you are making 5 billion, when you are making 100 billion, it's wickedness. And you pack the rest to yourself to fly abroad, to enjoy education tourists for your children and health tourists for your ones. Why people suffer? I remember, yesterday, somebody took a drone camera and fly it up, then took a topographic view of the Umahia. He post on Facebook, say, Umahia, capital city of Abia. People were laughing. No, it is where you pay them. That's how it look. It's a mirror. So if you pay people poorly, they will live poorly. Our minimum wage is below $100. It's not a shame. We are living below $100. What can you use it to do? You are suffering the people, and God is watching. You know, they will ask this on the last day. Everybody will wake up for judgment. Forget those that are buried, those that are drowned. Everybody will wake up. You are paying them 30,000 to do what? Who did?
There are states that are not even implementing the 30,000 naira minimum.
They have implemented it.
They have not started implementation yet as we speak.
I've said it. Let's have a collaboration and work it out. How much are Nigeria making? You know what is standard minimum wage? Because those workers you still take that money back to bank.
All right, round of your thoughts, sir.
Economy. So you are telling me they are not sincere. It's not sincere, and it's not the only one. This is punishment that is given to ordinary Nigeria, and it's not acceptable.
All right. Thank you so much for your contribution. We appreciate it. The lines are still ringing, gentlemen, but we've got to leave the studio for our next program. Sam, I don't know how long Abia workers, I'm a worker too, will keep waiting for things to take its turn. That's a bad way, but this issue will keep pressing on it to ensure that things will be done right in the state and the country.
To the governor, there is no time. No time.
Okay.
Incorruptible Sam is my name.
All right. Aikuk Bunaya.
Well, always a pleasure. Let's hope that the proper thing will be done.
My name is Moses Ben. Standpoint would make a return tomorrow. Until then, keep listening to Rapid 96.5 FM, the sound of your city. Good morning.